Hello everybody, good day to you and welcome back. Glad you guys are here. I know I'm super glad to be here. This is a 2013 Audi. I believe it's an A5, that's right. I have a German auto in the midst around here. I know I normally don't work on these guys. It's a 2-liter turbocharged quattro. I normally do not work on Audis, but this is gonna be a simple operation. It's kind of gonna be an in and out procedure, so to speak. The AC system is inoperative. I actually took a look at this car off camera about a week ago, and we found that the clutch is being commanded on by the system, yet it does not actuate and does not produce cooling. So we have already ordered an AC compressor. It happens to be over there on top of the swamp cooler. It's a Denso unit, not an Audi unit per se. I didn't buy the exact factory replacement, but the Denso will suffice for the for an appropriate repair component. So we're gonna go ahead and swing this thing inside. I'm gonna set it up on the big lift because the two small lifts are occupied. Hopefully it will fit on the big lift. Power that off, and we'll go ahead and get this thing discharged, disconnected, removed, and then we can unbox that new Denso unit right there and get her bolted together. Now, seeing as how this is the German auto, it is more appropriate than ever that we pop in the hood. Yeah, that was a little bit overkill on that one, but I thought it was fun, so we're gonna go with that. Opening the hood.
Das Auto ist gut, ja.
Okay, let's kick the rack under here, get this thing set up, lift it up, and we will dig out our compressing unit. Let's see what this 2-liter German auto engine looks like. Looks like a Volkswagen, yeah. Definitely Volkswagen, see? It says so right there, Volkswagen. Anyways, there is our compressing unit right there. I've already confirmed that it does not run. It has power and ground running to it, but the thing doesn't make any pressure. So we're gonna go ahead and fetch the AC machine, discharge this system. We've got our connecting or our service ports right over here, high side and low side. We'll get this thing discharged, and while the machine's doing its thing, we can work on taking the front of this engine apart. Rolling, rolling, rolling. AC machine is rolling. Hey, check that out. Now I'm a Ford Power Stroke shop. Super shiny. I got that at SEMA. Well, I didn't get it there, I ordered it there, and now it's here. Wall art. Everybody loves wall art, right? I do. Okay, let's get this unit disconnected or reconnected. We'll fire it up and evacuate the system. Low side is always the smallest one. Loud noise is over there. And then the high side is your larger fitting. There we go. Turn the knob to open the valve. Pressure's coming up. And same thing on our low side right here. Turn the knob, pressure up, good to go. We're going to recover. Begin recovering now. Let's remove all the refrigerant in the system. So first things first, in order to get this compressor out of here, we need to get the belt off. And if we look, that pulley right there, I believe that's the tensioner pulley. It has like a housing body on it right here. So we're gonna go in there with a long extended flex head ratcheting wrench and get a hold of the bolt in front of that pulley right there. Go ahead and push that down, relieve the tension, and then slide that belt off of the compressor. We'll let it relax and go back to its resting position here, which I can't do that because it's gonna hit that sensor. So instead, I'll just leave it tensioned. We'll just put it like right there. That'll work, I think. So next up, I want to pull the hoses off of this. So that looks like we're gonna need like a Torx 45. See the Torx bit heads on both of those manifold blocks? I think that's a 45, maybe a 50. So let's fetch the Torx bits, an extension, and a ratchet. We can crack those bolts loose. Start this off with a Torx 45. This one's the extended one. They're a lot shorter than this, but I have an extended version. The reason I chose this one is just in case I have fitment issues right here, which I don't think I do, but I got the long one out just to hedge against possible fitment issues, words. Now I'm looking at the gauge on the machine, and it tells us that our pressure is discharged, or our charge is discharged rather, meaning there is no refrigerant in the system. Because of that, I'm confident I can go ahead and disconnect these fasteners while it is still discharging. Meaning I won't take the fastener off and then the fitting blows off and spews Freon everywhere. So it's fine. Get that one there. Unclicks. It's a nice metallic snap. And there goes the flashlight. Send that guy out. Good. Alright, we're going in. I'm gonna go ahead and pull the hose off. Give it some wiggles. That's good. Set that thing aside. Pull the other hose off. And I'm gonna go ahead and stop the vacuum pump on the machine. It's suctioning in vacuum and we don't need it to do that. So we can go ahead and pause that operation. Good to go. Okay, so now we have the hoses disconnected, we have the belt disconnected. Looks like we need to get the fasteners disconnected. There's one right here. Looks like one far down below it. And I don't think we can see it from up here, but I can probably feel it. There's a third one. Oh, there it is. I see the third one right there on the back side. So I'm almost thinking maybe I can get this removed from the top side without pulling the bottom panel off. That's cool. Okay, so we have one of these fasteners that's easy to access, right? And then two more that are not as easy to access. So rather than taking this one off first, the easy one, and then having to struggle with taking the weight of the unit while I remove the other less than easy fasteners, we're gonna do the hardest ones first, and then we can get to the super easy one. So I'm gonna neutral drop this thing, since I don't have much working room. Basically, I'm gonna run the thing up to speed and slam it onto the fastener. Call that a neutral drop. And, see that? Who said electric ratchets can't deliver impacts? Because I think they can. And yeah, I'll probably break the ratchet doing that. So there's always consequences to high performance. Right down here, I'm fiddling with the connector on the back of this compressor, trying to get it disconnected. It has this red locking clip on it, and I'm having a hard time manipulating that clip. Get it with a screwdriver. There we go. I don't think y'all can see what I'm doing down there with that connector. Sorry, terrible cameraman. Now you really can't see because my hand's in the way. There we go. Okay, I've got it disconnected. So that's one bolt, one connector, two lines. Let me get a hold of those last two fasteners. Yep. It's going to be another neutral drop on this one. I pulled the battery out. See that? Oopsie. Anyway, that's number two. Slide that one out. It should just be 3 bolts on this unit here. Or not. It should have moved. Maybe there's another hidden one. Nope, no, we're good. It's loosey-goosey. So, what I'll do, come back in. I'm gonna hang on to the weight with one hand. Pull the that bolt out with the other. Wiggle this guy out. There we go. Now the key is can I squeeze this thing through this little hole here? I'm going to have to move my tensioning wrench. Let that come loose, and then we're just going to pull this guy up and out and through, and kind of not happening. does not fit. This very large boost pipe is in the way. Let's just try pushing it over. Come out, come out. Look, it's getting caught in the fan shroud. See that right there at the bottom? Look right here. Oh, come on, that's the connector too. Let's try to turn it. There we go. Got her. Okay. So that is the old compressing unit. Let's take it over to a bench surface, pull the new one out, and we will compare the true components here. Okay, so looking at our mounting surfaces, one tab, one, two more. This is all accurate looking. Let's check our connector, and that all appears to be the same. The pulley diameter appears to be the same. The rib count on the pulley appears to be the same. Let's say this is a suitable replacement. Good to go. Let's go ahead and drop this guy down into its home. We'll get her bolted in and fired up and connected, recharged, and we'll see if this thing's gonna make cold air. Okay, coming back down into the hole, and I am keeping an eye on that connector, making sure I don't hit anything. Why did this go down so smoothly? That did not compute. That's weird. Dropped it. No worries. Recover. I think it's gonna mount up. It's got some dowel pins sticking out of the block, and they are going to meet these holes right here, and that's supposed to locate the part and align it. Just make sure I'm not pinching stuff behind it here. Okay. Oh, found it. I found the dowel. It just slipped in. Good. There's one of the bolts. Let's get that started, and then this thing can't fall out. Good. Bottom bolt coming in next. This is the bolt hole that has the dowel in it. That one's in. Then there's the one in the back. Now before I tighten this down, I'm going to put my eyeballs on the connector, which is right here, and then the hoses. That way I know that they're not routed improperly or smashed or something like that. And I can't seem to find the other hose. Where is it? Oh, it's hiding. There it is. Okay, so all of my critical components are no longer or not in danger of being smashed. Let's tighten this thing down. I'll do the side with the dowel in it first. Fix. That was tight. Full send on the clickages. A little more tight, and I'll get some extra on that bottom fastener. Ow. Neutral drop tightening sequence. There we go, got it. That's fully engaged. Let's connect the connector. Snap that on. Okay, where are we at now? I suppose I can slide the belt on the pulley at this point. I see no reason not to. Yeah, go for it, you're good. There we go, there's our belt. That's installed. This is going quite swimmingly. I may have to switch my my business model over to working on Audi AC systems only. So I tell you what, this has been the smoothest job I've had all week. Here, let's pull these little caps out. Those prevent contamination. And keep the oil in. They come with a pre-installed oil charge. And it's under vacuum, it appears, because I can't get that plug to come out. There we go. Oh, drop the little rubber thing. Got it. Now this is gonna make you guys go rah rah rah. I don't have new O-rings for this, and these ones are not flat, so I'm reusing them. You can't do that. It's gonna blow up. I mean, I can. It's okay. I can do that. It is no problem. Okay, let's tighten down our manifold / suction hose. Okay. Hey, give me back my socket. This is mine. Let's go ahead and pull the other plug out. That should be the discharge hose, the smaller one. Spin that guy loose. Get our bolts. Pull the plug. Inspect the O-ring. That is good. Looks good. Smells good. I think it's good. Yeah, that's good. Snap that one on. Drop in the fastener. Always start your fasteners by hand, most of the time. And then we'll apply some torque here. While that's happening, we can go ahead and start mix. We can go ahead and start the vacuum process. So we're gonna vacuum you. We're gonna do it for what, 10 minutes? That's industry standard. What that's gonna do is place this AC system into a complete vacuum. Then it's gonna suction out. That fell down.
No, my ratchet did not slide off the front of the car. It was sitting on that handle that's on the light. See the red thing in the upper left-hand corner?
It's going to suction out any air that migrated its way into the system. It's going to remove that and prep the system for a charge. So we're going to do that 10 minutes. Beginning vacuuming now. It's pulling down, pulling down. No, I'm not going to change those valves. I already changed them when I diagnosed this, like what we talked about earlier at the beginning of the video. So those were just replaced last week, so I don't need to put new valves in it. And I'm not gonna do it all again just to fake it to make a fully completed type of video. So it is what it is. We just have to live with it this time. Sorry. All right, let's take a look at our specified refrigerant amount here. And it looks like we're using R134A. That's the pretty most commonish stuff. And we're looking for 550 grams of refrigerant, plus or minus 15 grams. The machine is done vacuuming. That's the end of our 10 minute. We're holding a vacuum at 29.9 inches mercury, or negative 29.9 inches mercury rather. Let's go ahead and set up the charge here. And we're looking for, we're gonna switch this, change our units to grams. Why are we changing? There we go. Ounces, kilograms, and we were looking, what did I say, 550? 550 grams. Got it. So we're going 550 kilograms. So that's 0.55 kilograms, that's 550 grams. See, Americans can utilize the metric system if we want to. Anyway, purging air out of the machine according to whatever the machine wants to do. Let me clear my goodies off of our hood. When that thing's done, we can go ahead, head inside, fire it up, start the system, thermal meter it, and see how cold it actually gets. All right, machine beeped at us. Let's fire up this unit, and we're going to see if our AC system comes to life or not. Beginning engine starting sequence. Now, foot on the brake, push the button, there we go. AC on, recirculate. Let's get our meter going in there. Thermal metering device. Caution, turn car off before leaving car. Discharging battery. Why is it beeping at me? The door? Yeah, it was the door, okay. I don't comprende these Audi devices. There's our thermal meter. We're hanging out at 60 degrees right now. Let's hop on out. We'll check our belt. We'll check the pressures on the machine. Make sure everything's copacetic and looking good. We can call it a day here. See what we got. Compressor is running. See the front of the clutch right down there? Belt's running straight and true. Making some cold. I feel cold right here. Pressure's 30 psi. A little bit low on this side, 100 something and some change. But we do have a pressure differential, so that compressor is compressing. Let's go ahead and hose equalize. Disconnect high side hose, connect low side hose. So what this is going to do is it is going to install additional refrigerant into the vehicle, and that is designed to compensate for what is inside of the hoses. You get about 0.3 to 0.4 pounds of refrigerant within those hoses, and since the scale is in the machine, once it takes that out of the storage tank and puts it into the hoses through the manifold and then into the car, it does not account for what's in the hoses. So we have to tell it to do that right now. So what I've done is disconnected the high side, and it's now going to evacuate everything from this hose and then pump it through into this hose, plus a wee bit of extra, and that's going to send this system off with the exact correct charge level. All right, hopping back in. What's our thermal meter tell us? Just below 50 degrees and still falling. Let's turn this all the way down to the lowest of the lows. Turn up some fan speed. I don't know how this car works. How do I turn up fan speed? Oh, that's fancy. You turn the little knob and then it digitally tells you where we're at with fan speed. Okay, so we're sub 50 degrees right now. Feels good, looks good, it's making cold. Very nice. Let me hop out, we'll disconnect our machine, get the hoses off, close the hood, and this thing is good to go. All right, turn off vehicle. What happened to it? Oh, I know, yeah. It's because it's German. The German autos is made of plastic, yeah, with fiberglass inside of it. Disconnect you. That goes there. We'll put our cap back on. We're all good under the hood here. Goodbye, Audi 2-liter Volkswagen engine. All right, hopping in. We're still sub 50 degrees. I bet we can get a lower temp if we start driving. Turn the fan speed down some too. We had no AC operation in this car from the get-go. From the beginning, there was no pressure differential at the gauges. I was watching behind me just then because I saw him walking by. Anyway, we had a dead compressor. We now have a live compressor. The AC is making cold. I don't do much work on these Audis. They're not my forte, so to speak. I don't speak their language. I'm not fluent in their design strategies and things of that nature, but on occasion, I can handle something. So anyway, guys, we're all good to go here. I'm parking this thing. We're backing it in. This car is complete. The repair is finito. We're all done here. I'm gonna go ahead and turn that down before I get a copyright strike, and I will close this video out with a big thank you to each and every one of you guys who have watched this video. I certainly hope you enjoyed this video. If in fact you did enjoy this video, please feel free to let me know about that in the comment section down below. Do not forget to tap that like button while you're down there, and most importantly, have yourselves a fantastic day. See you guys later. End of video. End of Audi with 93,310 miles on the odometer. End of AC repair. End of compressor. End of transmission. Charmin Auto powering down. Goodbye, Audi A5.